And I'm actually going to tell two stories of the same event from different sides. And that's to show how one story can have so many sides to it.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So my friend had a car. This is at UMass, my sophomore year, I think. And he had a yellow lot permit, which means the parking lot's at the edge of campus. So I had my car also, and had a purple lot permit, which is a lot more convenient. So the plan was we'd hop in his car, go to purple, get my car, go to yellow, park his car, go back to purple, park my car, and then go back to our building. That was fun, really. We've done it many times before. You know, nothing bad actually really happened with that. So we go to purple lot, pick up my car, we take off, go through purple lot, go to Topman parking lot, dodge some potholes UMass still hadn't fixed yet, and then we pull out to the traffic light. That's where the rotary is now. It used to be a traffic light. So the light's red, and then I look in my rear view and I see a cop behind us. So almost reflexively, I reach for my phone to try calling him to let him know there's a cop. So he doesn't answer his phone for some reason, I'm not sure why. So the light turns green, he takes off, the blue lights start flashing right away. So the cop pulls up next to me, he yells something at me, I don't know what it was, and he just takes off after my friend. So I'm just sitting there on the side of the road, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I just do a U-turn and I just leave. So then I go to yellow lot to wait for my friend. Like 5 minutes roll by, he still hasn't showed up, 10 minutes, I call him a few more times, still nothing. So then I decided to go look for him. So I go to the parking lot that's across yellow. This is by parking services. That's in front of the engineering labs. And so I see him, and the cop's behind him, and the cop's at his window. So I'm having a good time now because I'm laughing. He got pulled over, I got away. I'm having a good time. But for some reason, I decided to get a closer look. So I creep in closer, park my car, and I can see his face now, and it's pretty funny. So then a few minutes later, I look back, and I see the cop looking at me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I pull my chair all the way back, so hopefully he didn't see me so I could hide and whatnot. So then I look back, and I see the cop walking over to me. I'm like, oh shit. So then he finally comes up to my window, knocks on it, and it's that girl cop that pulled me over earlier. And she's like, didn't I pull you over earlier? And I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And then she was like, oh, is that your friend over there? And I was like, no, my friend's inside the building, I'm waiting for him to come out. And then she's like, oh, is your name Imad? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it is. You live in New Hampshire? And I'm like, yes, I do. And then she's like, are you ready to start cooperating? Because your friend just told me who you are. And I was like, all right, fine. Yeah, he's my friend. So then she's like, all right, license and registration. I give him license registration. So she leaves, and for some reason, she calls for backup. So I have like 4 cruisers on me. My friend has 3 behind him. And we're just having a party now. So then she comes back, and then she tells me that I have a felony charge because I was racing. And then I have like all these other citations also, driving with the endangerment, pedestrians, reckless driving, swerving, I don't even know what. So then she told us we could appeal it, or we could just pay the fine and whatnot, and I don't know what else was going to happen. So that was my side of the story. She gave us all these citations, I don't even know why. So then we go to the court hearing, and then the police lieutenant reads her side of the story, which was the police report. And it was... it goes something like this. Well, he read parts of it, so this is the part that he told us. It was a Thursday night. I was parked on top of the hill near North Residential Dormitories. The North Residential Dormitories house about 800 students, including handicapped students. The night, for the most part, was silent, but at 3 a.m., I could hear the roaring of engines and the smell of burning rubber. I see 2 cars racing side by side in purple lot. I estimate them going at least 45 miles per hour. They turned into the Topman parking lot, and the cars were swerving from side to side. I estimate them going at least 35 miles per hour. I pulled over the first car and told him to park his car on the side of the road and wait. I began my pursuit of the other car and pulled him over later down the road. I asked for his license and registration, but he could not produce either. He claimed that his car was his brother's, and he was not sure where the registration was. The other car did not wait, but he showed up later in the parking lot across from us. We walked over to him and asked him whether he knew who his friend was. He denied. Eventually, he told me he did know who he was, and I took his license and registration. The citations that were given were rat racing, driving with the endangerment of pedestrians, reckless driving, crossing a double yellow, and speeding. So I drive a Civic. It's a 4-cylinder, 1.8 liter. For the roaring of engines, I don't know what she was talking about. But so we went to the court hearing, and we both walked away with only a $100 speeding ticket. Because she had some mistakes in her report and the ticket she gave us, and that's the end of my story.